Sizes begin going up this month at locations, including Swander Ice Arena, Deaconess Aquatic Center, parks, and pools. I'm Rob Nichols.
Transform your home in one weekend and save big money at Menards. Protect and enjoy your outdoor living space with Thompson's semi-transparent wood sealer. It maintains wood's natural color and provides durable year-round protection from water and sun damage in just one coat. Save big money on Thompson's water seal products. Our knowledgeable team is ready to help bring your dreams to life, 1 gallon at a time. Stop by your local Menards today.
Save big money at Menards.
Remember what a night out meant? Neon lights, squeaky sneakers, and chasing strikes? Diamond Lanes Midtown delivers all that and more. 1901 Triplet, Owensboro. We've got fun for adults with moonlight bowling every Friday and Saturday night. Complete with a full-service bar. Families can enjoy, too, with birthday parties available all weekend long. And our best family special, Quarter Mania, every Tuesday and Sunday from 7 to 10. It's retro, it's welcoming, and a whole lot of fun. Grab your crew, share some laughs, head to Diamond Lanes Midtown, and get bowling.
And now, Western Kentucky weather on 102.7 The Game.
Overnight, a 20% chance of rain before 11 p.m., then clearing skies with a low of 62. For Juneteenth, mostly sunny with a high of 83. Saturday, partly cloudy with a high of 86 and a 10% chance of a stray shower. Father's Day, increasing clouds with a high of 84 and a 70% chance of rain. I'm meteorologist Arden Gregory with your 14 First Alert forecast.
From the Floor Concept Studios, ESPN Radio, all sports, all the time. Kentuckiana sports leader, 102.7 WLME, Lewisport, 102.7 The Game.
We're on the air.
102.7.
Yeah, it's not even starting early today, is it?
And clearance, Clarence. Roger. What's our vector, Victor?
Hello, sports fans, and welcome to
Lion Man 5.
It's Live at 5, and it's brought to you by Foreman Watson Holtree, FWHlegal.com. And now, your host for Live at 5, Stephen A. Turner.
What's up, and welcome to Live at 5, brought to you by Foreman Watson Holtree, your one call for injury law. That's FWHlegal.com. Vic Evans in the captain's chair here at the Floor Concept Studios. And I got David Clark with me for one more day, Dave.
Well, hello there, Vic Evans. Man, I tell you what, hope everybody stayed safe through the strong winds yesterday and the storms, Vic. It was crazy.
Yeah, and I think you got over around the Lexington area and more in eastern Kentucky. It got even a little more tornado-ish over there, I'll say that.
Well, Vic, I came home from Evansville last night from the Journey concert, dropped my parents off at the house, and they had the neighbor had a tree on the roof, and then I get up this morning, and apparently there was a lot more limb damage from the storms that came through last night. So, short answer is I hope everybody stayed safe, and prayers out to the tragedy on the bypass today and all that. So.
Yeah, with that, and I'll tell you what to do here, Dave. No, I know what it is.
What is it?
Because I know it sounds funny in your ear.
It does.
We played with the mics for Dre Mel's live stream, so just take it out and put it in number 3.
Number 3.
I like it. I'll have to reset the because we were using a special mic there, and so
there we go.
And we were trying to. Does it sound better? Go ahead and change the other number 3 too.
Much better. Much better.
The other thing over there, yeah, change that to 3, and then I'll turn that mic on and you mute 2 over there. And that's what it was, because you had so many people in there and you had this open mic.
Yeah.
And so he did it to kind of drain out some of the background noise so you could hear Dre Mel better.
And it sounded great.
It did. I love the way it works. And I forgot, as soon as you kind of looking around going, man, that sounds weird, and you did sound different in my ear, I was like, oh, man, we forgot to reset those. That's what it was.
And I tell you, I was working out of town today. I was working out in Elizabethtown and into the city of Louisville, and really was tuned into the live stream. Sounded great, and what a celebration. Obviously he's still got a senior year to go, a huge season coming for the Owensboro Catholic Aces, but a culmination, an award, a reward, I should say, for a lot of hard work.
Yep.
And I thought what Dre Mel had to say, and you can go back and watch it on our Facebook, Instagram, X page. Did it go on YouTube
It's on Cromwell Media's YouTube page. It's still up there on X. It'll stay on Facebook. It'll stay on X and Facebook, I think, for 30 days, before it usually taken off. But we're going to get to that here in the first segment.
Okay.
Let's just go through. We got to always pay the bills too.
Oh, it's right.
So make sure you're following 1027 The Game. 1027 The Game on X, Facebook. It's where a lot of our live streaming stuff is going. Also, you got the Cromwell Media YouTube page. You saw that with the Dre Melker others. If you missed the show, you can always go back on Spotify, Apple Tunes, iHeart, wherever you get your podcast. Hey, subscribe to it.
Subscribe.
It always helps.
And if you like the captions, Spotify is the way to go because it'll actually spell. AI gets in there and it puts the show where you can read along if you're at work or something. You got your phone sitting there. What did they say again? Let me go back and hear that. I love that the captioning aspect of Spotify.
Yeah, it also usually sets it up by topics too.
Yeah.
You can go. It'll put chapters in it.
It does. It's
and
crazy.
So you can check it out by chapters on Spotify. Hey, when you want to hit us up on the Green River Area Federal Credit Union text line 270-903-0389. It's an interesting show. We're going to talk a little UK. We went over last week. We went over a UK offense and kind of stuff. We're going to talk a little bit about their defense, and then in the segments 2 and 3. We've got the Van Atten's LA5. I've got 5 big questions for you in segment 2. Yeah, make sure you check out Van Atten's wherever you go out there. Rural King has it now. And
yeah,
this stuff is good. This is the hot and spicy right here. I've had that. It's really, really good. But and then in segment 3, we got the Above All Roofing, True or False. Got some questions for you. But we had to get to Dre Mel as Dre Mel makes the choice to go to Louisville.
Yeah. Louisville. You did not just say Louisville.
Louisville, I know.
You did not just. You do that on purpose.
I did it on purpose.
Okay.
Yeah. He made the choice to go to Louisville, and it will be, I think, the only time ever you'll see me on camera on the live stream with L's up, and I was going to do it for Dre Mel.
That's all right. You got to do
it. But, it's a great big thanks to his mom and dad for inviting us over, letting us live stream it. They don't have to do that.
Yeah, Ben Hardesty, big thanks to him
big thanks to Ben for letting us set up there, and it was a great production. And everything went great over there. I thought his speech he gave beforehand, and you find out just a really good young, man he is and the way he handles himself. And I was able to catch up to him, and we're going to get to a little interview we did with him right there at the end in case you missed the live stream. But any shock that he went to Louisville for you? Or
we've been calling it.
We were leading that way.
And to be clear, we had no knowledge.
None.
We didn't know. We didn't want to know. It's his moment. It's his time. But I think all the signs were pointing to Louisville with the cancellation of the USF South Florida visit, and then obviously North Carolina getting the commitment from the 27 quarterback. It just kind of seemed, and I know his mother had said after the Louisville visit, I was reading, and she said that or somebody had mentioned about being closer to home, and you look at the time, the energy, the effort that the Brom and the Louisville staff, Jeff Brom and then his brother Brian Brom. Both of them, they've been around the Carruthers family for so long. They've been watching him work out over there at Still Stadium. They've been, visiting in home. They've been really spending a lot of time with them. All the signs were pointing that way. And I can tell you, Vic, just from just social media on Twitter and obviously Facebook more locally, but really on the Twitter sphere, the Card Nation's pumped, man.
I was going to say, I saw where our friend of the show, Mark Blakenbaker, put out a big tweet, and there were some other Louisville media people that put out.
Well, we didn't get Blakenbaker today.
I know.
We'll get him.
It's that summertime, it's always. But I knew we had some stuff that we had to do today. So, but we'll definitely get Blakenbaker on as we get closer and closer to football season. But let's take a break. We're not going to take a break. We're going to throw it right now. I was able to catch up with Jermel after he made the announcement, and he had a lot of media there. He was kind enough to give us a few minutes where we were able to talk about the decision, why the decision, and I'll let you hit 2 there, Dave, and we'll send it to Jermel Carruthers' interview right now.
Which one, Vic?
2. No, right here.
Oh, gotcha.
And I've been joined by the man of the hour, new Louisville commit, Owensboro Catholic quarterback, the cheat code. You got more names than Rocky Balboa, Jermel Carruthers. First of all, congratulations.
Appreciate it.
I'd love to know, what in the process of making the decision, once you talked about how you prayed on it, once you got the decision to Louisville, any waiver, or was that just kind of like what's going to be home for you?
Yeah, I felt like that was kind of going to be home for me. I actually committed on Monday. Sunday night, I talked over with my parents, and, we went through everything, all my official visits from North Carolina to Louisville, all the visits I took, and we felt like it'd be the best spot for me.
What made Louisville stand out and Coach Brom stand out to know that that's where you wanted to go?
When I went on my official visit, I went in the office with me, Coach Jeff Brom, Coach Brian Brom, Coach Reeder, me, myself, my mom, my dad, and my 2 sisters. And, we went over how everything would work out, if I committed. And what my future would be like as a Louisville Cardinal. And I feel like the way Coach Jeff Brom talked to me, I liked it, and I feel like that's what made it an overall decision.
And looking back, have you said you committed on Monday or was it Monday, right?
Yes, sir.
Looking back, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, laying in bed, did you ever just, think about like, I was playing Pee Wee football just 11 years ago, and now I'm making the decision to go play football at a Power 4 D1 conference team.
Yeah, it's crazy. Just thinking about that sitting in bed, everyone texts me, asks me, blowing on my phone, asks me where I'm going once I announce it. But really just went to my mind was, freshman year, you look at me freshman year, I was a 5'11", 150 quarterback. I had no aspirations, dreams of playing D1 football. And I mean, you can look at the talent and say I was going to be a Division I prospect, but if you looked at me overall, just passing the eye test, you wouldn't say I'm a Division I prospect. So, I just thought about how long of a way I've come, how hard work I've put in and things like that.
And talk about too, because I know Coach Moore's talked about this. You go in and you have to kind of adjust your mindset when you're a freshman going into Power football, where you kind of have to bide your time. You got to work hard and bide your time. But you've done that here at Catholic. You have experience about that. Do you think that helps you going forward at the college level, where you don't get as disgruntled as people that don't understand that process?
Yeah, I feel like either way it'd be a good decision. Get in. I'm thinking about graduating early. I don't know if anybody knows about it. I'm thinking about it. Haven't thought about it for sure yet. But,
well, that was a question I was going to ask.
Yeah.
You have to spoil it. I was going to ask you about, any decision on basketball yet. I'd heard rumors that maybe you were thinking about, taking some classes to try to transfer early. That's still up in the air.
Yeah, it's still up in the air. But, the big decision was, getting in early, learning the playbook. Obviously you're going to weigh your time because you look at me now, I'm not physically ready yet, but that's what I'll take this season to do. But just to get in early, learn the playbook, get my body physically ready, mentally ready, and things like that.
Talk about your teammates a little bit and what I know you did up there during the thing, but, what those guys have meant to you the 4 years here at Owensboro Catholic or through so far 3 years, going on 4 years, and just the day-to-day grind of even in this process that they were there for you whenever, because I think it's awesome that you want to be, you want to be wanted, you want to be recruited, but I think sometimes people forget that it's actually a grind and weighs on you too. Talk about what your teammates meant to you during that.
They probably don't know, but my teammates mean a lot. Like I said, all up through this decision, I could be out with my friends and they just take my mind off all the recruiting, all the football stuff. So they help me a lot. But, just a day in, day out, grinding, them making me better. I'm making them better. Just being around them overall, being around people on my team that want to win. Everyone on my team wants to win. Everyone on my team wants to get better day to day. So, that's what I love about these guys. And the biggest thing is that no matter what, get into a fight, argument, I know every guy on my team will always have my back no matter what.
Well, the last question, we'll let you go. I know you got a lot of friends and family here, but every year you always get the group around the state. They were like, okay, well, Catholic had their shot last year. It didn't work. And they always kind of push Catholic down. And you guys have fought all the way through, even last year was supposed, Brady Atwell graduated. They're not going to be back. And then you take them back. You hear the same things now. How good can this team be upcoming season in the 2A in the state of Kentucky?
We look great right now. Obviously, every year, you hear that OCAFs, they're state runner-ups 3 times in a row. They're going to make this state championship, lose again. They might not even make it. But we hear that every year, and it's no worry to us. We don't pay attention to it. I feel like we have a great team. We're ready. We've been working hard, so I feel like no matter what, by the end of the season, we'll be back at Kroger Field no matter what.
Well, thanks for inviting us out here, letting us live stream. Congratulations. Good luck. And listen, I'm not a Louisville fan, but I will give you an L's up one time. I'm a UK guy. But it's been a joy to cover you. I'm looking forward to what you do this season and just the way you handle yourself. It goes to show what great young men and women that we have in the athletic area, not just on the field, but off the field. It's always impressive to watch how you handle yourself.
Yes, sir.
That's Dre Carruthers. Thanks so much, Dre.
You.
Let's get to your friends and family.
Appreciate it.
And that was Dramel taking a little bit of time to talk to us there, and a big appreciation of that. And Dave, I love this move, and I think if people are going to be it was interesting. He talked about that he's looking in and maybe taking some classes where he could graduate in December and get to Louisville early. That has not been decided yet. So you remember you're number 3.
I'm in 3, yeah.
Yeah, we had to change it. But, that's not been decided yet. That's still open. That's a possibility, but that hadn't been decided yet. And maybe we get to see him one more time on the basketball floor too. But I think this Calicut team in football, Dave, going to surprise some people, I think.
Well, I shouldn't. I mean, at the end of the day, and, I think a lot was made, I think way too much was made about, they're losing Atwell, but everybody that knew Dramel was going to step in and do a great job. I mean, yes, the production and whatnot, it's like comparing apples and oranges, right? Like at the end of the day, they're both 2 fantastic fruits.
Mm-hmm.
And I never really was a big fan of comparing Carruthers to Atwell because they're two completely different quarterbacks, but they both get the job done very effectively for how they do it. So I think for the people that are going, Catholic's going to take a huge step back and this and that. The one thing about Catholic High, and you go back to when Mike Lawson came and started the spread attack, and then John Edge takes over and really takes them to an even higher level. He really started to take that program to a statewide prominence notch, right? And one thing that John Edge did when he was implementing that structure at Catholic High was get it from the middle school up. Yep. And you look at the job that Hank Harvey's done at the middle school, developing quarterbacks, implementing the system.
Not that receivers where you're not getting a freshman or sophomore kid that you have to train the entire route tree. Right. They're running the same plays. Like you go watch a middle school game, and I've seen them lose games where I thought maybe we were the best team, and you're like, man, if you just run the football here, you run it down their throat, you probably win this game. But that's not what they want. They want to train and know the offense. And as we said, who cares what your middle school record is? It doesn't matter. It's about getting kids ready for the next level.
I will say I agree with you. First of all, it's a great point. They do care what the middle school, and and to be clear, everybody, they've had a lot of success at the middle school.
Yeah,
they've won a state title
a couple years ago. Well, this sophomore class.
At the KYMSFA level. And so my point is, Vic, and when Jason Morris took over for John Edge, I think he didn't. Jason Morris is walked in and said, I don't have to reinvent the wheel. Mm-hmm. I'm the head coach. I've got maybe some things I want to do, but he didn't change it. He didn't change assistants. Now, he did bring his brother in court and some of those guys. But, the core group, the Lincoln Lathams, the Chip Prides, and all those guys, they there. So you didn't change a lot. And the development of the quarterback at Catholic High over the past 25 years, Vic, has been remarkable.
Yeah, and I think they've put themselves now into a place like your Owensboro high schools, your Mayfields, your Beechwoods. Well, yeah, you're going to lose good football players every year.
Yeah.
But you reload every year too.
They do. And I think, and again, I think that's the next step for Catholic football, right? Is getting over that hump and joining because to be clear, Owensboro had dropped off that level, right? Up until last year. And I know, you can be successful and not win a state championship. I don't think it's state championship or bust. I don't mean it in that regards, but I think Catholic football is widely regarded across the state as a very solid high school football program, one of the more solid, probably one of the...
To be elite, you have to win a state title.
You have to win titles.
They are a great football program. They've been there 6 times, and I would be risk to say I think people will be selling them short. I understand that Beechwood and LCA will be heavy favorites. I mean, they're going to be 1 and 2 all year long.
LCA will for sure.
So will Beechwood. They returned everybody from last year.
Beechwood has to fix their defensive line. Dre Mel, because that was the game Owensboro blew out Woodford, so we went over to Steele to check it out, and I got there and I was just in awe of how bad Beechwood's defensive line was. Well, I mean, they're both. Dre Mel could have texted I don't know if he has a girlfriend, but I'm just saying he could have texted his girlfriend, went and got a drink of water, did whatever. And I mean, you can't, he's too good. And for me, with Beechwood, now they're getting their coach back, Coach Rash, who
for a year,
for a year, and we'll see how that goes for them. But
even the guy before that won a state title too, though.
But let me circle back real quick back to Catholic because this is important, Vic. The structure at Catholic is there, right? They're gonna replace guys that are good football players. Do not get me wrong; the guys are losing. They're very good football players, but they're going to replace them with guys who know the system. A very talented rising junior class. I just don't see a significant drop off. Now, I think Catholic will face the same challenges that they typically face every year, which is, can our defensive backs be good enough at the state level? Right to and I think there's going to be some questions at linebacker, but I think can I say Ridge Roberts officially yet? Is that I don't know what I'm allowed to say. What I'm not.
I know he's in school there now. Whether or not he's eligible, I don't know.
But I think with Evans back, was it
Jude? But also you get Tucker back, who was injured.
Yeah,
he had that nasty leg break, and now he came back and played football, but he still wasn't 100%. That's another huge addition to their linebacking core.
I'm not too much worried about the linebacking core for Catholic. I think they're going to be really athletic, a little undersized, but athletic. Defensive line's a big question, and then the secondary.
Well, the
right?
defensive line, you got to replace some of the best you've had there in the last, for that are 3 and 4 year starters for you.
I would say the defensive linemen and Barrett Evans and Conkright were two of the best defensive linemen that were not like high level prospects, right? And the fact that like every NAIA school in this state didn't offer Caden Conkright is a travesty. Like Caden Conkright, Lindsey Wilson, Campbellsville, Pikeville, all them schools. And
y'all missed.
No, you should have been in a cage fight fighting each other to see who got Caden. Like Caden Conkright. Dude, you know I'm a film junkie.
I know you are.
But Draymel, it's his day. Draymel Carruthers will not let this team fail.
No.
And I'm not putting it all on his shoulders, but with the system, the structure, the setup, and his talent ability, if you're writing off Catholic, good luck with that.
Well, we talked about Kentucky's offense. So let's slide over to their defensive line. And Dave, I've got a question, the above all roofing, true or false, for segment 3 about this. But I want to talk about, we'll talk a little bit about, looking at the levels. Stein comes in, new defensive coordinator. I think he came from, was he from Texas A&M?
The defensive coordinator?
Yes.
I think it was Texas A&M. Because Joe Sloan came from LSU. Yes, I believe you're right.
And so you look at that defense of what they return. Of course, you start back there in the secondary where they bring their leader back, the former Farragut Douglas with Ty Bryant.
A couple of Douglas guys. We'll get to that.
But Ty Bryant will be kind of the leader of that secondary and the guy that kind of the leader of that defense. You're looking at the depth chart there. If there's a weakness of this UK defense, we'll start there first. What could possibly be the weakness of this UK defense coming up?
I think right now for me, I'm probably looking at I'm either going to go D-line or linebackers right now. I'm a little torn between because I think there's still some unprovenness there on the defensive line. The question is, can they be elite enough, good enough against the elite teams, right? Because for the one thing we'll talk about when you're talking about Kentucky football here, Vic, is that we talked about our 12 teams yesterday. You can go back and listen to the podcast. We had our 12 teams that we thought would make the college football playoffs, right? And from a consensus standpoint, Kentucky's got to play 3 teams on their schedule that are projected to make the college football playoff.
You got
Alabama, Texas A&M, and LSU. Now, I do not believe Alabama is going to make the playoff. To be clear, that's not.
You believe Kentucky's going to beat Alabama?
I believe Kentucky's going to beat Alabama.
Okay.
I know that sounds crazy, but if
that's in what, game 2?
It only sounds crazy.
Is that game 2?
Yes.
If Will Stein beats Alabama in his second game at UK, they may build a statue.
Yeah, stop it. No. And we were right. Jay Bateman did come from Texas A&M, the defensive coordinator. But you're talking about Alabama, Texas A&M, and LSU, and then take those 3 off the plate, and you still got Louisville's going to be a tough out-of-conference game for UK. Louisville's had a really good football program.
Yeah, but you still get Vanderbilt. You've got
Vanderbilt,
Ole Miss. Is Ole Miss on the schedule?
No, you got Tennessee, Vanderbilt, Louisville,
South Carolina,
and South Carolina, and a Florida team that you don't know yet. I mean, it's too early to say because
it's a new coach.
It's a new coach there, so. The schedule right now for the University of Kentucky, Vic, is projected as the second hardest schedule in the country. So that's my thing. When you look at this defensive line, and this is way too early. This is just projections on a few sites. But you got McQueese, Humphrey Grace, that's a senior transfer. He's coming back, and he played ball at South Dakota, and then we know the Dakotas, the North and the South Dakota, got some great players, got dudes in the NFL, right?
They win the FCS every year.
Every year, and I think was it North Dakota State's, I believe, moving up to FBS, if I'm not mistaken. But Vic, that's my thing, like. Those guys that have played at that level, can they come in and make an impact? I think they can. But when you play Alabama, then you go play LSU, then you go play Tennessee, then you go play. You're doing it every single week. Can they hold up? Is the depth there? Jamarion Harkless, the Frederick Douglass guy who went to Purdue, and you got to call him. You got to see him play against Owensboro, obviously.
Yeah, it's a big man.
He's a big man.
Big man in the middle that can flat move. I mean, listen. One, I don't buy it's the second hardest schedule in the country because we don't know, because nobody knows how good these teams are.
Right.
Like, so you can be, they got this, and then Alabama goes out and wins 8 games, and all of a sudden it trying to change. Now, does it have the ability to be one of the toughest schedules in the country? Yes, but I don't like to look at it preseason because nobody knows how good anybody's going to be. But I'm like you. I think the defensive line I really like the secondary that they have.
Well, 2 names. I'm going to give you 2 names on the D-line real quick. The first one I'm going to give you is Tavion Goodson, who had 28 tackles. He's a returning player from the University of Kentucky. 28 tackles, 2.5 sacks. And he has actually wound up getting injured last year toward the end of the season. So if that's a guy that goes from 28 tackles to like 35, 40 tackles and 2.5 sacks to like 5, now you've got that really consistent production. But I think the transfer from LSU, that's the guy I'm looking for. Ahmad Breaux, a BREAUX, the whole Louisiana Cajun spelling of the last name there. That's a guy who just couldn't break through at LSU. He had some flashes of big-time potential, but couldn't kind of put it together. If they can get it out of Ahmad, I think all of a sudden, Vic, now you've got 2 playmakers on the edge, and then
because he's an edge, and that's what they need.
One
he could
be your Josh Allen kind of guy coming off the edge.
When Kentucky's good, I think they get good pressure off the edge. I mean, everybody knows it's hard to be a good defense if you can't create a pass rush. I think there are pieces there for them and athletes there, but they have nobody that's kind of proven they can do it. And I think that's where you're looking at this defense. It's a lot of potential.
Yes.
And potential gets a lot of coaches fired.
But potential don't win games in the SEC. And when you look at the linebackers, you got to love Sam Green, 25 returning tackles. But I think the one that everybody's kind of watching right now, Vic, is Elijah Barnes, the transfer from Texas. I think that's the guy.
Well, he was the one. He was a 5-star out of high school.
Yes.
And I think for me, I think he's got to really step in and be a big time playmaker, both rushing the quarterback and controlling the middle of that defense for them to be very good.
I'm cautiously optimistic about this linebacker. Of course, we know what Sam Green gives us. He's a returning player, and we know the 5-star ability of Barnes. But how about this one? Tavion Wallace, remember his brother Trevin Wallace played for the University of Kentucky a few years ago, and Tavion went to Arkansas initially, but the other Wallace, remember when they blocked the kick against Florida, scooped and scored? I was actually at that game.
Yeah.
We had a game day visit for that game. I got to be in attendance, and that's probably the loudest I had personally ever heard Kroger Field. I know Matt and some of the guys on KSR talked about that moment, and Stevie got loose.
Being
like one of the 2 moments. LSU,
South Carolina, when you had the sack and the ball went up in the air and the interception.
But the stadium wasn't full that game. And
it was rocking, though.
I think the scoop and score Florida, Stevie got loose, and then the triple overtime win over number 1 LSU is, by kind of all accounts in the modern era, probably consider the 3 loudest moments at Kroger Field. I was just happy to be there for one of them. But Vic, that's kind of sums up the front. The back is just loaded. You know, Vic, when the secondary, you have to be good in the SEC. There's just athletes.
You have to be good in football, period.
You do, but I mean, really, the athleticism in the SEC, I still feel like is it is because I mean, in fairness,
until they run into IU and Ohio State, and Michigan the last few years.
Well, and again, I think that's a fair point too. But
Notre Dame,
and you saw Notre Dame, like they really, I feel like they struggled with Texas A&M in space last year. I thought when the game was played between the hash marks, Notre Dame really controlled the game. But a few times, if a Notre Dame missed an assignment or whatever, and Texas A&M was able to break contain, you saw that's where the speed comes in. That's a whole other discussion. But back to UK secondary, real quick before we get to break. Ty Bryant. I mean, come on, man.
I think he's an all-SEC type player.
You got to call it. Yeah. You got to call him 4 years.
I was going to say, I called multiple of his games.
And right now, Martellus Carter from the Paducah Tillman guy, everybody's super high on him. Terrion Nichols, and then Jaden Smith at nickel. But I think the other guy, the Jordan Castle from Florida, Jesse Anderson, the transfer from Pitt.
Castle was a guy that transferred last year that was still hurt, and he gets to come back. To me, I think the secondary can come really good, but I think they need him to make the jump to be back pre-injury Castle.
My thing for Kentucky is we just can't answer. I know on paper there's a lot of talent here, right? What we cannot know until the season start is, can Jay Bateman and that University of Kentucky football staff keep the guys healthy, but also get them to play a lot like what Coach Haynes, the defensive president, Brian Haynes at Indiana. You look at what he did with that defense. Dude, Indiana's D-line was so undersized last year.
That's all you kept saying on Friday Night Lights. After 4 years, I kept telling you that. You kept telling me, what would they have? They'd be good. They'd be a 4-8 team with Kentucky's schedule. I was like, no, they wouldn't.
Well,
and they proved it.
But they did. They did. But a lot of – I will say this, and I'll go to my grave on this one. if Miami had competent coaching, they win that national championship game by 3 games. I'm sitting there on my couch when IU's playing Miami in the national championship. I'm like,
leave it to crystal ball.
Run outside zone. They run outside zone, one play, 70-yard touchdown run. I'm like, wait, why did it take you like 2.5 quarters to figure that out? It's not rocket science.
Leave it to Mario Cristobal. Hey, let's take a pause for the calls for Karen Gross, a realtor with RE/MAX Professionally Realty Group. Your dream is her mission. You can follow Miss Karen on Facebook. Search Karen Gross Realtor. You're listening to Live at 5, 1027 The Game.
What distinguishes Foreman Watson Holtry from many other law firms? It's the pride we take in the communities we serve, stemming from the deep roots our attorneys have in this region. We view giving back to our hometowns as an obligation, not an option. Foreman Watson Holtry, dedicated to you, committed to justice, fwhlegal.com.
Has been family owned since 1950 and strives to be generationally sustainable for years to come. They are one of the leading manufacturers of wire and cable used in the transmission and distribution of electricity. Southwire delivers power to millions of people around the world. Their mission to be a preferred provider of solutions to the electrical industry by providing innovative products and services with exceptional quality and delivering on our promises. They also are proud supporters of all Hancock County athletics. Go Hornets!
Whether you're flipping burgers in the backyard or feeding a full-blown crowd, one sauce shows up ready to win. It's Van Etten's award-winning Pitmaster Barbecue Sauce, packed with bold flavor, smoky goodness, and that straight-off-the-pit taste. Go classic with original. Turn it up with sweet heat, or bring the fire with hot and spicy. However you grill it, make it unforgettable. Grab yours today at Hillview Farms, Rural King, or Reed's Orchard. Van Etten's. Pit perfect every time.
Hi, this is Travis Holtry, Foreman Watson Holtry. In Humpty Dumpty, most people only know the famous line, all the king's horses and all the king's men could not put Humpty together again. But did you know that at the end of that nursery rhyme, Humpty Dumpty did get put back together again? If you have been injured or have serious legal issues, let Foreman Watson Holtry put the pieces back together again. Foreman Watson Holtry, dedicated to you, committed to justice. fwhlegal.com.
Looking for a financial partner you can trust? Look no further than Green River Area Federal Credit Union. Whether you're saving for the future, buying a new home, or need a loan, we've got you covered with competitive rates and personalized service. Join the community that cares about your financial well-being. Visit Green River Area Federal Credit Union at one of our 3 locations in Henderson, Greenville, or Owensboro and experience the difference today. Your money, your future, your credit union. Member NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
You don't have to travel for expert neurosurgery. Board-certified neurosurgeons Dr. Adrian Smith and Dr. Keith Preston provide advanced spinal and cranial care at Owensboro Health. From minimally invasive spine procedures to complex brain and spine surgeries, you can trust nationally trained specialists delivering the highest level of care right here in Owensboro. Expert neurosurgeons, local care. Learn more at owensborohealth.org/neurosurgery.
Hi, I'm Zachary Clark with the Greater Owensboro Realty Company. Whether you're buying your first home, upgrading to your dream space, or selling and looking for the right price, I'm here to guide you every step of the way. With proven results, local market knowledge, and real commitment to my clients, I'll make sure your move is the right one. Let's turn your real estate goals into reality. Call or text me today at 270-231-1576. And always remember, close with Clark.
Let's get back to Live at 5 with Steve and Coach on 1027 The Game.
It's Live at 5, brought to you by Foreman Watson Holtry, your one call for injury law. Vic Evans, David Clark here in the Floor Concept Studios. Thanks to everybody out there. You got the live stream out there on X, Facebook, and also YouTube. And Dave, we're going to get to the above all roofing, true or false. Listen, you need roofing, siding, seamless gutters. You got things damaged. Still have some damage from the hail because there's still some people out there, even as long as it's been, because I think you have like 2 years to get it fixed.
They're just now fixing the roofs at Owensboro Public Schools. They just got their insurance.
So,
thing.
hey, Give Chris Estes at Above All Roofing a call. He will get you taken care of. He fixed my roof. He fixed my gutters. We had that big rain the other day. I went out and it was just draining just like it was supposed to. So
Dude,
give Chris Estes a big call.
When I bought my house, all my roof and gutters had just gotten done, and I won't mention who it was, but it wasn't Chris Estes.
And you had to get them redone.
No, I haven't got them redone yet, Vic. But like, I'm just sitting there like, I want Chris to come over and just see it.
There you go.
And just like, I want him to take a video of my house and be like, this is what not to do.
There you go. Let's get to question number 1. And we were talking about UK defense. So true or false, Dave, because you're the UK guru, UK football will have a top 5 ranked SEC defense this season.
Ooh, that's tough. That's tough. I'm going to say just for sheer hope and prayers, yes. I don't know if I believe that, to be honest, in full transparency. I want to be authentic with our audience, and I know we do fluff a little bit, but I can't – honestly, Vic, I can't answer that question because I know the talent level's there, right? But will Jay Bateman – I'm a big Jay Bateman guy, but like – there's a lot of unknowns. And you look at what Signetti and his staff and Haynes and the defense coordinator, what they did at IU, they structured it and they hit a home run. And I think that's the prevailing thought right now, or at least the hope, right, of Big Blue Nation. We got Stein, we got our guy, we're recruiting well, we've got the assistants, we've got the structure in place. Everything's going according to plan. Actually, it's going well above according to plan right now.
Especially with the recruiting.
But the question is, will the X's and O's and the preparation and the attention to detail on the field match what's happening in PR and recruiting and all that right now?
I'll say this. I think it'll be a better defense than what people think it'll be. I don't think it'll be a top 5 defense. One reason is because they play some really good offenses in the SEC.
No, the SEC's terrible.
Well, no, I'm talking about the teams that they play this year in the SEC. I didn't say it was terrible. Now, you look at the running back and the quarterback position in the SEC, it's kind of taken, it's gone down from 6 years ago.
Yeah.
But I do think this coaching staff will put together great defenses at UK. But I still think this year, your first year, you're having to rely an awful lot on the portal. Where in a perfect world, like you asked me this 3 years from now with what they've recruited, and then you add on portal pieces on top of that. That's how you build a top 5, top 10 defense in that conference.
It's asking a lot, Vic, because and objectively, I mean, you're still playing teams week after week. When you talk about Alabama, Texas A&M, South Carolina, LSU, Oklahoma, Vanderbilt, Tennessee, Florida.
I have a feeling A&M is going to be the most overrated team in America this year because I think they were the beneficiary of a really easy SEC schedule last year.
But, Vic, even a team like Missouri can put up big numbers offensively. And then you go that last one out of conference with Louisville. That's a lot of every week offensive firepower offense. And I think that's why the 2 edge rushers are going to be huge. They got to get production there.
Above All Roofing, true or false? Question number 2. We'll flip it to the other side. Does UK football, true or false, have a top 5 SEC offense this season?
If 2 things. If the offensive line is as good in real life as on the field as they are on paper, that's number 1. I believe in Minchie. If Minchie's a flop, then I'll be shocked.
Yeah, I would too.
I know you're big on him, and I know everybody at Notre Dame is big on him, but I think the offensive line, 1, 2, and then the other one is the wide receiving core. I think there's a lot of potential here when you look at Nick Anderson and Carr and Gray and Hardly Gilmore and DJ Miller. I mean, there's a lot of names on here that on paper, I think you got to get the tight end involved. And I think here's the big thing, especially for the future. If you get Willie Rodriguez to football, he's got that frame and that ability. I'm not going to say he's Gronk or anything like that, crazy like that, but he's got that athletic tight end frame where he can get matched up and get separation. It's like a basketball. It's a block out, right? Yeah. He can get that separation. If Kentucky actually uses their talented tight ends this year, I'm going to make you a prediction.
I'm not curious.
They flip Seneca Driver.
That would be huge if they could.
He's got to wait and see it happen.
Is this scuttlebutt your thoughts, or do you have some inside information?
I don't.
Complete scuttlebutt.
Just complete scuttlebutt.
Okay, there you go. You heard it here first. When it happens, if it happens, you heard it here first. I'm going to go true. They have a top 5 SEC offense. The offensive line they brought back, Minchie. I like the receivers they brought in. I do, and then of course you got Will Stein calling the plays, one of the best play callers in all of the country the last couple of years. This team at the end of the year is going to be a top 5 offense.
the potential. If you're talking about we'll do ceiling and floor when the season comes closer.
I'm talking about just SEC ranking the offenses in the SEC. This team better be a top 5.
I'm telling you, Vic. Just we'll move on.
Okay,
I've got. We'll
question number 3. Above all roofing, true or false? True or false? Before he's done coaching at UK, whether it's taking another job or retiring or getting fired, Will Stein will be the all-time winningest coach in UK football history. 72.
On paper,
72 wins.
Mark Stoops, right?
Yeah, so he went 72 and 80.
Because I know Stoops did pass Bear Bryant there. And I do think it's important. I think, I'm going to say true. Stein's a UK, he's a Kentucky guy. I know he went to Louisville, but he grew up, his dad played for Kentucky. He's blue in his veins. I'm going to say true because I think if this ball gets to rolling, Vic, I really believe that there's nothing really that could stop it. If Stein's innovative, he's forward thinking, the PR section's there, the recruiting's there. If the X's and O's stay good, Stein's always going to be on the cutting edge of what to do offensively, right? I don't see that changing anytime soon. I'm going to say true. I think he's got the whole world in front of him.
I would lean true too because I think it would be hard. I think Stein. Maybe 1 or 2. Let's say he does really well at Kentucky his first 5 years, and maybe even has a couple 10-win seasons. And if you do that, you're probably in the the play. And if they go to 24, you'd be in the playoff.
100%.
So even if you go 9-3 and then you win a playoff game, it's still a 10-win season.
Yeah,
I don't think there's many jobs out there that Stein would leave UK for because he did grow up growing to Commonwealth Stadium. I know it's Kroger Field.
Can I be controversial?
Hold on. And so let's just say he stays 10 years. You have to average 7 points. The big difference is in this day and age when Stoops took over for Joker and had to build from basically ashes.
Nothing.
And where you won 1 game and 2 games for a couple of years. And people forget, Stoops was kind of on the precipice of a couple upsets where you were down and had to go for 2 points.
The Mississippi State game, the field goal.
Or the field goal there. Then maybe. So I just think where he's taken over and the job he's going to do, and in the ever-changing world of the Big Blue Club and all of that,
Vic,
I'm going to say true. He's going to get 70 more than 72 wins before he's done.
I think at the end of the day, Stein's going to get it done, and now you throw into the mix the new athletic director.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, man. This thing is set up to be dangerous.
True or false? In this new college football era, people are going to have to get used to more Indiana universities, teams without the illustrious past of college football, without winning playoff games and winning national titles.
So you're saying the fans are going to have to get used to the notion that teams like IU who don't, for all the viewers out there, true, absolutely true. Because here's the thing, Vic, the Benjamins, the dead presidents, the almighty dollar don't care about tradition and history,
and it does not,
and kids don't either. For the most, I'm not saying they completely don't care.
I mean, for so many of these teams, even teams with a good tradition, like a la Notre Dame. For the longest time, kids, there's a whole generation of kids that grew up through high school and college
dreaming
that don't remember Notre Dame being.
Yes.
We think about it, they were powerhouse, in the 70s. Then, 88, 90, should have won like 3 national titles there, only won 1, got ripped off of 1, and then had a clip in the back call that took them out of another one, but got completely ripped off from Florida State. So, but that was in the early 90s. So there's guys that were born in 2000s, that don't remember that. And then now that you went to the national championship game and you beat your Georgias and you beat your Penn States and you got a really cool coach in Marcus Freeman, people know who they are and they're willing to spend the money.
And that's why Notre Dame is successful now. Notre Dame is successful now, and Notre Dame's right on the footstep of doing something special as well. I think this is the big year for
they
Marcus
made a huge
Freeman
change
and the Irish. Where hold on real quick, where they have to, and I think Mark Pope finally realized this. Okay, tradition and history are great once you get them there, but you have to be competitive.
You teach them that when you get there
in the business market of today's transactions with recruiting players and transfers. You have to be at the lead at the top end of that, because the reality is Indiana can pay, right? Kentucky can pay now. Notre Dame can pay. Everybody can pay. What's going to set you apart? You have to have all that come together, Vic, because the dreaming of growing up and playing for a school, yeah, it's still a thing. Like we saw Dre Mel commit to Louisville today. You seen the pictures when he was little? And he had the Louisville stuff
jersey on.
And there's still kids that are dreaming to go to Notre Dame. And there's going to be situations where it works out where the bag matches the dream. But if you don't have the bag matching the dream in today's world with the top level recruits, you're going to get left behind.
I agree. Got two more real quick. We got to be quick here. True or false? Before your lifetime is over, Dave, you will see UK in the college football playoffs.
Oh, true. 100% true, especially when it goes to 24.
Think so?
Oh, 100%.
Okay. All right.
I think even with 16, they would get in.
All right. There you go. And the last one, true or false? At least 6 schools in the ESPN Owensboro area this coming football season will win a playoff game.
Wow. False.
Okay.
False. Yeah, I
think it's false.
I got to go false on that one.
See,
I know I'm pretty confident on 3 of them.
Okay, but I'm also going to throw in you get because I know it's a little different because you don't know the draw, but if you get a good draw, Tell City will win 1.
Again,
that's 4.
Yeah.
All right, probably Heritage Hills 5.
That's a discussion we could talk about.
Yeah, this is and off the top of my head.
Heritage Hills is going to have some challenges. I think that they haven't had to experience in sports across the board. I think they're going to have some challenges over the next couple of years. And I know they got a really talented group of 6th and 7th graders, 5th, 6th, and 7th graders coming up.
But they go through cycles. You can go back with some of their other years where they won state titles, and then you had a couple of years where you had a group that go through maybe just not as talented because there's so many multi-sport athletes out there. Now it's a little different that they've been bumped up to 4A and not.
They'll go back to 3A, I think, right on the success cycle. Don't think.
Well, you got to the you won a bunch of points last year. I'd have to see exactly how many points. They're pretty close because you don't have to get nearly the points to stay up.
They still have to play one more year in 4A, right? Then I think they'll go back to 3A.
But if you win a couple sectional games or you win a sectional, you don't. They would have enough points because you got to remember they all went to the state semifinals last year.
Going back to the question, 6 teams, I say false.
Okay, I'm going to say I think 6. I wouldn't go above 6. But then I take I think there's 3 schools in the city that are going to win playoff games.
Oh yeah.
It's not out of the question if Davis County could. Then I look at I'm going to give Tell City the benefit of a great draw over there in that sectional with the running game that they have coming back.
Yep.
So let's just say don't go Davis County. That's 4. So then between Hancock, McLean, Henderson, Davis County, you only need 2 of those. So I'm going to say true.
And South Spencer could get a good draw as well.
There you go. Hey, we'll take a short break right here. When we come back, we'll get the Van Attens LA 5. You're listening to Live at 5, 102.7 The Game.
Westwood One Sports presents this special report on the 126th U.S. Open Golf Championship, sponsored by Prevagen. Prevagen, made for your brain. Trouble lurks around every corner at Shinnecock Hills. Brooks Koepka knows. He won the last time the U.S. Open was contested there. Koepka just ran into some of that trouble. A double bogey at 8 after he missed the green from the fairway. He left his chip short and 3-putted. That drops Koepka out of the first round lead to 1 over par, 2 back. There are 5 players at 1 under to lead the way. Sam Burns, Patrick Reed, Ludwig Oberg, Brian Harmon, and Ben James. Burns through 8 holes. Play was delayed by fog for 2 hours this morning. Scotty Scheffler needed Gunnar the Bird Dog to find his ball in the fescue at the 4th. He made bogey, but he did respond with a birdie at the par 5 5th. Scheffler is even par, 1 back. I'm Ted Emmerich, Westwood One Sports.
Remembering great moments in golf history, sponsored by Prevagen. Prevagen, made for your brain. The anticipation for the 2001 U.S. Open was centered around Tiger Woods, who had won the previous 4 majors. However, Tiger was never a factor, and instead Retief Goosen won his first of 2 career U.S. Open titles. The South African defeated Mark Brooks in an 18-hole playoff by 2 strokes. With this great moment in golf history, I'm Kevin Kugler.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRANGER, click Granger.com, or just stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
Garage doors never seem to break at convenient times. Avoid unexpected breakdowns with our June $99 residential garage door tune-up at Madisonville and Owensboro Garage Doors. Don't get stuck and keep things running smooth. Call Owensboro Garage Doors at 616-DOOR or Madisonville Garage Doors at 821-DOOR and mention this special. Visit our showrooms Monday through Friday, 7 to 5, and also open Saturdays from 9 a.m. till noon.
Summer just got a whole lot sweeter at the Creme Coffee House. Cool off and treat yourself with a new summer menu packed with flavors you've got to try. Sip on the cake batter cold brew, strawberry kiwi Red Bull Charger, or poolside cold brew with coconut cold foam. Hungry? Grab the Caprese Avo Toast or the basil base sandwich on fresh sourdough. And don't leave without dessert. Say hello to the orange creamsicle bread. Grab your friends, stop by the Creme Coffee House in downtown Owensboro, and taste your way through the entire summer menu before it's gone.
Feel the power of the road beneath you. Rick's Tire and Service can make it possible. Offering comprehensive car care from front-end repair and brake work to air conditioning and diagnostic services. We're more than just tires. Elevate your ride with our range of aftermarket accessories. Get those wheels, tires, level up with lift kits, sleep bumpers, bed covers, and running boards. Even lights, you bet. At Rick's, we customize your vehicle to reflect your style. Rick's Tire and Service, the place where we turn your car from basic to fantastic.
Looking for a bank that truly puts you first? At Sacramento Deposit Bank, we've been serving our communities with hometown care for over a century. From personal checking and savings to business loans, mobile banking, and more, we make managing your money simple and stress-free. You'll always talk to someone who knows your name. So whether you're saving for the future or chasing a dream, we're here to help you every step of the way. Visit sdbky.com or stop by one of our local branches today. Sacramento Deposit Bank, where banking feels like family. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hey y'all, it's Kellyanne Harris with the Harris Group at Keller Williams Elite Realty. As a proud sports mom, I know what it takes to show up, stay focused, and deliver results on the field and in real estate. That's why we're offering our Guaranteed Cash Offer program. We guarantee to get your home sold or we'll buy it. For all your real estate needs, trust the Harris Group. We're always ready to go to work for you. Call us today at 270-929-5857 for the details.
Local sports at its finest, live at 5 with Stephen A. Turner and Vic Evans on 102.7 The Game.
It's Live at 5, brought to you by Foreman Watson Holtree, Vic Evans, David Clark, Floor Concept Studios, and we will get to our Van Atten's LA 5. You want it picked perfect every time. Check out Van Atten's Pitmaster Barbecue Sauce, Dave. And as we said, you got the hot and spicy right here. I've had it. It is really good. This is the original.
Yes.
And they also got the sweet heat.
I have it in my
really
house.
good. You
haven't
tried it yet.
I haven't tried it.
You got to get out there and barbecue.
Father's Day Sunday, and I'm going to do a burger cookout, so I'm going to break out the sweet heat.
There you go.
Sunday.
Go check it out. Big thanks to Van Atten's for coming out on board. Check them out. I know you can get them at Rural Kings. You can also get them at many places throughout, not only Owensboro, throughout the 3rd region. Follow them on Facebook. They have a great Facebook page, where then they go to their website there, and you can buy it anywhere in the world.
It's local.
It is local. Let's get to question number 1 of the Van Atten's LA 5. Dave, tomorrow may be the biggest U.S. soccer game in a very long time as they take on Australia, a win, and you've guaranteed yourself to the knockout round.
Yeah.
Lose, and you better win another one. Well, Dave, will you be watching?
What time is it?
It's an early game. It's like a 1 o'clock afternoon game, I think, or 2.
I'll probably try to find a way. I got to work, a lot going on at work right now, my day job. I'm going to try to follow it, but it's USA Soccer. They're going to lose.
I want to give it, but down there, what is it, 4th Street Live down there in Louisville?
Yeah.
Where they're having the big soccer watch parties.
Okay.
And with these big, huge screen TVs, and they pick different games. I'm sure tomorrow around lunchtime, whenever the United States is playing, may want to check out the Louisville workers down there at 4th Street Live.
Yeah, I love what FC Louisville's doing. They got an exhibition next month scheduled against Trinidad and Tobago. Their national team's going to play. So I think all the soccer clubs at the lower levels, trying to capitalize on this World Cup fever.
Without a doubt. Well, Dave, I got another question for you. Question number 2, Van Atten's LA 5. This is an interesting one because I know you were at Journey last night.
Yes.
Was it a good show?
Unbelievable show.
Okay.
Unbelievable.
Here's the question.
Okay.
I'm going to limit to you to only 5 concerts the rest of your life.
Wow.
What 5 concerts are you choosing?
Well, number one, I want to see Metallica again.
Okay.
Metallica was absolutely amazing. You're going to think I'm crazy. And of course, it's impossible because I think a lot of them have passed away. But the the Pink Floyd tribute show with the laser lights and all the stuff, I would highly recommend. If you don't even have to like the music and you will be blown away by the performance of that. That's going to be a tough one, Vic. There's just so many good bands.
No, give me 5, man.
All right, so we're going to go Metallica. We're going to go Brit Floyd. We're going to go – I want to see Bruno Mars. Haven't seen Bruno Mars yet.
Okay.
I want to see Post Malone. I haven't seen – I'm just going to go with a couple that I haven't seen. I definitely want to see Def Leppard again. They put on a spectacular
Talk about a
show.
genre of different music that you just named off there. I mean, that's kind of odd.
And I'll throw one in for our country folks. I want to see Kenny Chesney. I haven't got to see Kenny Chesney yet.
Okay, all right. Are you an Ella fella? I mean, that's why I see on social media that you have the Swifties, and now you have the Ella fellas. Are you part of the Ella fella?
I'm gonna catch heat here, Vic. I don't know who she is.
Hold on, you had to heard the song "Choosing Texas"?
No. I don't listen to. I'm a 90s kind of beach country guy.
I don't even listen to music.
Alan Jackson, little Kenny Chesney. I do like Zach Brown Band, who did a phenomenal job at the UFC White House event singing the national anthem.
So you've never heard of Ella Langley?
No.
Like for me to know who Ella Langley is and you not to.
I know.
I mean, come on. It's like the sweeping the Ella fellas. They're sweeping.
All right, I got one for you. I need to see them again.
What's that?
The Velcro Pygmies.
Oh, there you go. That's always good. Always good. I'm really disappointed you know who Ella Langley is. Like
man.
it is. Yeah, I cannot believe you didn't know. You know,
I'm getting older, Vic.
Okay, I'll play you the song whenever we get off the air.
These
here.
young, cool artists, man.
I'll play you the song when we get off the air. Question number 3, Van Atten's LA5. Coach Briggins and Stephen A. Turner are both going to run the Stronger Than One Family 5K on September the 26th.
Okay.
Briggs has to do it in less than 25 minutes.
Okay.
Turner has to do it in less than 30 minutes.
Right.
Basically an 8-minute mile for Briggs.
Yeah.
10-minute mile for Turner.
Yeah.
Are they going to make it?
Neither one of them will. not even close. Not even close. I'm sorry. I love you, Briggs. I love you, Stephen A. But neither one of them are hitting that mark.
They're not going to hit the mark.
No,
okay.
No.
Just
Dude,
checking.
there's cross-country kids that are still like, on the lower end of the races. They'll be running like 22. So
Okay.
no, just
All right.
no chance.
All right. Hey, a big shout. Go out there and follow Miles to Miracles on Facebook.
Oh,
you got the
Travis.
second triathlon coming up. And, I wanted to.
Is he human?
I don't know. He's got that second one coming up, and they raised over $1,500, I think is what it was for the first one. And they're hoping to look into double it. And I want to give a shout out or let you know where that money is going to. So let me pull that up real quick because it's going to all nonprofits.
Yeah, I saw Travis running the other day, and I mean, he just, I rolled down the window, yelled at him, and he just kept going, man. He's a beast.
Yeah, so it's a 70.3 mile triathlon, 1.2 mile swim, 56 mile bike, 13.1 mile run. You can donate a set amount, or if you want to go per mile, you can do that. And all the proceeds are going to Hospice of Western Kentucky, the Owensboro Family YMCA, St. Benedict's Homeless Shelter, Bridgepoint Church, and Grover's Mission Work, Cambodia.
Yeah.
Those are friends of his for there, do some great mission work. All of it for nonprofits. So check that out. Here's the big question. Question number 4, Van Atten's LA5. MLB has a proposal out there, Dave, that's completely changed the MLB draft. High schoolers, not eligible. You'd have to be 20.
Wow.
Now, what it would do is it would change college players. Instead of your junior year, it would be your sophomore year you would be eligible. So it would force high school players to go to college for 2 years, and it would also drop it to 12 rounds. Do you like MLB changing the draft, taking high schoolers out of the MLB draft?
I do, because I think going on the road, 'cause, a lot of those kids get drafted and they have to go through the minor league system, and you're talking about the travel and everything for a young kid that's not even of age. And I'm not saying alcohol is important or not, but you're not, there's a frontal lobe situation where, men don't really fully develop that until they're 25. You could be an upstanding. You could be a Dre Mel Crothers or an Evan Hampton. You're upstanding. You do all the right things. But I think it's a lot to ask of a young man at 17, 18 years old, get drafted, go play in the minors, go travel, go do all this stuff. And there's a lot of pitfalls.
I think
there.
there's a lot to ask for a major league team to give like a $7.5 million signing bonus to an 18-year-old kid that you just don't know yet.
Yeah.
And I think they would much rather push that for later on. I love the idea I love this. I think it would be great to change that and make them go for 2 years and make it be a sophomore in college. And I think it would be awesome for Major League Baseball.
We've got a lot of summer left, and I've got more thoughts about what youth should have and what they shouldn't have. I think we need to even go further.
Get to the last one. The U.S. Open Championship teed off this morning at Shinnecock Hills. Do you have a guy that's your favorite? And what do you think the winning score would be? Shinnecock's one of the toughest courses, U.S. Open courses ever. Give me your favorite and what the winning score is.
Scheffler is going to shoot 69.
Okay, one day, or I mean, it's a 4 round. I want the overall winning score.
I don't know. No, you got.
He's
the
at
wrong
+2.
Oh, yeah,
I'll say this.
Yeah.
I mean, Wyndham Clark's off to a great run right now. It's still early. I think the winning score is -3 or -4 at the lowest.
We got to hit this before we get
go
out of
real
here
quick.
Because Vic, Brad Payne, Matt Briggins on Beyond the Bench. You can go back and watch it. They start talking about top teams in the region.
Yes.
You're completely wrong, Brad Payne.
All right, give me your top teams in the region.
So I'm going to start at 5, and I'm going to do a complete cop out. Okay.
Okay.
I've got a group of teams at that 5 spot because we just don't know.
Right.
And Summer Ball ain't answering the question. I'm sorry, guys. Brett County, shout out Brad Payne. Meade County, Catholic, OHS, and DC. I'm putting them all in a group because
it's too low for DC.
No, it's not. They lost everybody except Michael Acton.
Yeah,
I don't care how much potential some of these kids got. They are not proven at the varsity level.
Too low. Too low.
No.
I'm a big DC. I'm buying DC.
You guys, they lost Jonathan Moss,
the
greatest guard in school history.
Yes.
They lost De'Aaron Watkins, another Division I player.
Yes. You have another Division I player leading the way this year in Acton.
Yeah, well, Acton's great, but he's going to look. Okay.
All right, we'll get there.
We'll agree to disagree.
They're all number 5. Give me your number 4.
4. I think Muhlenberg's sneaky.
Okay.
I think I really like Sparks and Groves. I'm assuming they're coming back to play again. There's
as far as we know
a lot of unanswered questions, and I think the top 3. This is
okay.
Stone Cold lock.
Okay.
3 Ohio County, 2 Apollo, 1 Grayson.
Okay.
There you go.
I can live with that. I think you had Davis County rated too low in the thing.
Man. They got a lot to prove, man. That's a lot of loss.
Everything I hear from this kid that transfer in from Valor is this kid's a first region, all region type player.
He might be. But there's a huge difference in playing private Christian school basketball.
No, but I think he's playing really well in the summer tour.
I'm with you, and I'm not knocking. I'm just saying I got to see it in summer basketball. Dolls beat St. X yesterday.
I will say
summer
on the Davis
basketball
County
is
side,
not it.
I don't think Aiden West is getting enough credit. That's a kid I think is going to make a big jump.
He's got some ability.
Yeah.
He's got some ability.
No, you're right. Davis County has a lot of potential. And potential get coaches fired. That's the way it works. Hey, we'll see. We'll get you about here tomorrow. I think Steve's planning on being back.
Yes.
Big thanks to Dave for sitting in the last 3 days. It's been live at 5, 102.7 The Game.
You've been listening to Live at 5 on 102.7 The Game. Special thanks to Foreman Watson Hultree for sponsoring the preceding broadcast. FWHlegal.com. Tune in next time for Live at 5 on